The Adeoye mansion glowed with opulence under the soft light of 1,000 tiny bulbs. The sprawling garden, filled with exotic flowers, hosted Lagos elite for Seun and Amara Adeoye's 6th wedding anniversary. It was the kind of event that made headlines, the perfect couple celebrating their perfect life. Amara stood at the edge of the gathering, her emerald green gown hugging her figure as she clutched a float of champagne. Her smile was radiant, but her heart felt heavy. She glanced at Seun, who was surrounded by colleagues and friends, effortlessly charming them with his wit. "You are glowing tonight, my dear," said Mama Adeoye, her mother-in-law, as she approached with a forced smile. Amara tensed. Mama Adeoye never gave compliments without a hidden barb. "Thank you, Mama," Amara replied politely. "You know," Mama Adeoye began, lowering her voice, "it's a shame there are no children running around at a party like this. It could truly complete the picture of a perfect family." Amara's grip on her glass tightened, but she maintained her composure. "God's time is the best, Mama." Mama Adeoye scoffed. "Indeed. But sometimes we women have to take matters into our own hands. If you can't..." "Excuse me, Mama," Amara said, cutting her off and walking away before she said something regrettable. She stepped into the house, seeking refuge from the prying eyes and veiled insults. Her perfect life was a carefully crafted illusion, and it was crumbling. Later that night, after the guests had left, Amara sat in the bedroom, scrolling through photos of the party on her phone. Seun entered, loosening his tie, and flashed her a tired smile. "Big night," he said, sitting beside her. "It was," she replied without looking up. He leaned back, studying her. "You've been quiet lately. Is something wrong?" Amara hesitated. Should she tell him about the fertility clinic, the results? But as she looked at his face, proud, confident, blissfully unaware, she couldn't do it. "No," she said, forcing a smile. "Just tired." Seun nodded and kissed her forehead. "Try to get some rest. We have a busy week ahead." As he walked into the bathroom, Amara felt a pang of guilt. She had always believed honesty was the foundation of their marriage, but now silence seemed kinder. The first time Seun saw Bola again was at a charity gala 2 weeks later. She stood at the bar, dressed in a fiery red gown that accentuated her striking figures. Their eyes met, and for a moment, Seun felt a jolt of recognition. "Bola?" he asked, approaching cautiously. She turned, her lips curling into a sly smile. "Seun Adeoye. It's been a long time." He chuckled nervously. "It has. You look well." "Better than the last time you saw me," she replied cryptically, swirling her drink. Seun shifted uncomfortably. Bola had been a part of his life long before Amara, a whirlwind romance that ended abruptly when she disappeared without explanation. "What brings you to Lagos?" he asked, trying to sound casual. Let's just say I'm starting over," she said, her tone light but her eyes intense. "And you, living the dream you are here?" Seun smiled, but he didn't reach his eye. "Something like that." Their conversation was brief, but it left an impression on him. That night, as he lay beside Amara, Bola's face lingered in his mind, a shadow from his past resurfacing at the worst possible time. Bola wasn't content to be a fleeting memory. She began to appear in Seun's life more frequently, at business events, social gatherings, even the gym he frequented. Each encounter was carefully calculated, each conversation laced with subtle hints that she knew more about his life than she let on. "You don't seem happy, Seun," she said one evening, her voice low and sympathetic. "I'm fine," he replied curtly. "Are you?" "A man like you deserves more," she said, placing a hand on his arm. Seun pulled away, but her words stayed with him. At home, Amara's growing distance and his own insecurities made him question everything. Amara, meanwhile, couldn't ignore Seun's change in behavior. He was more secretive, more distant, and often came home late with vague excuses. Her suspicions grew, but she chose to focus on a solution to their real problem, their inability to have children. She visited another fertility specialist, hoping for a miracle. But the results were the same. Seun was sterile. One night, as she sat in their living room, her laptop open to adoption agencies, she overheard Seun's muffled voice from the study. "No, Bola, I can't. It's complicated." Amara's heart sank. She didn't need to hear more to understand what was happening. Amara sat in the dimly lit living room, her fingers trembling around the mug of tea that had long gone cold. The words she'd overheard from the study replayed in her mind. She had tried to ignore the signs, but this felt like confirmation of her worst fears. As Seun emerged from the study, his phone still in hand, she decided she couldn't stay silent any longer. "Who's Bola?" she asked, her voice steady but sharp. Seun froze mid-step, his eyes narrowing slightly. "What?" "You heard me," Amara said, standing now. "Who is Bola? And why are you talking to her at this hour?" Seun hesitated for a fraction of a second, long enough for Amara to catch it. "She's an old friend," he said, finally shrugging. "She's going through some things and needed advice." At 11 p.m., Amara raised an eyebrow. "Seun, I'm not a fool." "You are overreacting," he snapped, his voice rising. "She's just someone from my past. Don't make this into something it's not." Amara took a deep breath, her chest tight with frustration. "If it's nothing, then why didn't you tell me about her? Why are you hiding things?" "Because I knew you would react like this," Seun shouted, throwing his hands up. "You don't trust me, Amara. You never have." The accusation stung, but Amara refused to back down. "Trust is earned, Seun, and right now you are doing everything to destroy it." The tension was palpable, the air thick with unspoken truths. For the first time in their marriage, Amara felt the ground beneath her shift, the foundation cracking. Across town, Bola sat in her modest apartment, her lips curling into a satisfied smile as she scrolled through Seun's text. He was resisting, but she knew how to play the long game. Bola had spent years perfecting the art of manipulation. She knew Seun's weaknesses, the guilt he carried, the need to appear strong, and she planned to exploit them all. She reached for her phone and dialed a number. "Hello, Mama Adeoye," she said sweetly. "This is Bola." "Yes, Bola. I thought it was time we caught up." Amara wasn't the type to sit back and let her life unravel. The morning after the argument, she contacted a private investigator, a discreet man named Bode, and gave him everything she needed about Bola. "I need to know who she is and what she wants," Amara said firmly. Bode nodded, his expression neutral. "I'll start immediately." Meanwhile, Amara poured herself into work, trying to keep her mind occupied. But even in the office, whispers of her strained marriage followed her. Lagos society loved nothing more than a scandal, and the cracks in the Adeoye's facade were becoming harder to hide. Seun wasn't blind to the damage Bola was causing, but he felt trapped. Every interaction with her left him feeling manipulated and vulnerable. She knew too much about his past, about the infertility he had hidden from everyone, even Amara. You know, I don't want to hurt you, Bola said one evening, feeling concerned as she handed him a drink. But I can't help wondering, does Amara even love you for who you are? Or just for what you represent? Seun clenched his fist, anger bubbling beneath the surface. This has to stop, Bola. Of course, she said, placing a hand on his arm. But you know where to find me if you need someone to talk to. 2 weeks later, Bode returned with his findings. Her name is Bola Oladimeji. He began, sliding a file across Amara's desk. She is Seun's ex-fiancée. They were engaged for about a year before she disappeared. Rumor has it that she left after a messy breakup involving an unplanned pregnancy. Amara's breath caught. Pregnancy? Body nodded. It gets worse. She's been linked to several blackmail schemes over the years. Her MO is simple: find a mark, gain their trust, and bleed them dry. Amara's heart raised as she flipped through the photos and documents. Bola wasn't just a threat, she was a ticking time bomb. The next blow came in the form of a viral post on social media. An anonymous account shared photos of Seun and Bola together, accompanied by the claim that Bola was pregnant with his child. The Adeoye name was dragged through the mud, the story dominating headlines. Mama Adeoye stormed into their home that evening, furious. "Is this true, Seun?" she demanded, slamming the newspaper on the table. "Have you disgraced this family?" Seun, stunned and cornered, could only stammer, "It's not true," Amara interjected, her voice calm but firm. "Bola is lying. She's trying to destroy us." "And how would you know?" Mama Adeoye shot back. "Because I did my homework," Amara said, handing the file from Bode to Seun. "It's time you face the truth, Seun. She's not pregnant. She's here to ruin you." The tension in the room was suffocating. Seun stared at the file Amara had placed in front of him, his hands trembling as he flipped through the damning evidence. Bola's schemes, her past victims, and her lies were laid bare. I didn't know," Seun stammered, his voice barely above a whisper. Mama Adeoye snatched the file from him, her eyes scanning the pages. "So, this is the woman you've been gallivanting with. You've brought shame upon this family, Seun." "Mama, please," Amara interjected, her tone steady. "We need to focus on how to handle this situation, not point fingers." Mama Adeoye scoffed. "Oh, now you care about this family's reputation. Where were you when your husband was running wild?" "Enough!" Seun's voice boomed, silencing the room. He turned to Amara, his face edged with guilt. "I'm sorry. I've been an idiot and I let things get out of hand. But I swear, I didn't cheat. Bola means nothing to me." "Then prove it," Amara said, her eyes locked onto his. Cut her off completely. No more secret meetings, no more calls, and we'll fight this lie together. Seun nodded, his resolve hardening. "You are right, it's time I end this." Bola wasn't surprised when Seun called her later that night. She answered with a sultry tone, fully expecting his usual mix of guilt and hesitation. But this time, his voice was cold. "We are done, Bola. Whatever game you are playing, it ends now." "Seun, don't be rash," Bola said smoothly. "We both know you are too smart to burn bridges. Think about what I can do to you if you push me away." "I'm not afraid of you," Seun replied. "Do your worst." Bola's smile faltered. She had underestimated Amara's influence and Seun's loyalty, but she wasn't one to give up easily. If the Adeoyes wanted a war, she would give them one. The scandal grew worse before it got better. Bola leaked doctored medical reports and fabricated messages claiming to carry Seun's child. Social media was awash with rumors and tabloids feasted on every sordid detail. Amara knew the only way to fight back was to control the narrative. She reached out to her connections in the media and organized an exclusive interview with a respected journalist. Seun and Amara sat side by side at the camera roll. "We understand the rumors have caused confusion and pain," Amara began, her voice steady. "But we want to set the record straight. These allegations are false, and we have evidence to prove it." Seun, visibly remorseful, added, "I made mistakes in the past, and someone is using that against me, but I love my wife, and we are standing together through this." The interview aired nationwide, garnering sympathies from viewers who admired their united fronts. With the public turning against her, Bola grew desperate. She attempted to extort Seun one last time, threatening to release more fabricated evidence unless he ready. With Bode's help, they arranged a sting operation. Bola met Seun at a secluded location, unaware that the conversation was being recorded. "You really thought you could escape me, Seun?" she sneered. "Pay me, or your precious wife will find out more secrets." "Secrets?" Seun smirked. "You mean lies?" The police burst onto the scene, arresting Bola for blackmail and fraud. The evidence against her was overwhelming, and her web of deceit unraveled in court. With Bola out of their lives, Seun and Amara began the slow process of rebuilding their marriage. They attended counseling sessions and walked through their pain and mistrust. "Why did you stay?" Seun asked one evening, his voice heavy with emotion. Amara looked at him, her eyes soft but resolute. "Because I believe in us. But you need to believe in us too." Seun nodded, tears brimming in his eyes. "I won't let you down again." Months later, the Adeoyes hosted another gathering at the mansion. Not a lavish party, but an intimate dinner with close friends and families. This time, the atmosphere was different. There was no secret lurking in the shadows, no hidden agendas, just laughter, love, and the promise of a brighter future. As Amara and Seun stood together, their hands intertwined, they knew they still had challenges ahead, but for the first time in a long time, they felt truly united. "To new beginnings," Amara whispered, raising her glass. "To us," Seun replied, his smile genuine. And with that, the cracks in their facade began to heal, revealing a marriage stronger than ever before.